All right, well, I am here at the Garden of Morning Calm, and it's been here since 1996. I actually did a 4K walk here probably like 2 years ago, but I'm here with actually I did that with the DJI Pocket 2, and today I'm doing it with the DJI Pocket 3. So I wanted to share a few thoughts just right off the cuff of the DJI Pocket 3. When you really step back and you take a look at the full iterations of the Osmo, I think the original Osmo came out in 8 years ago, and then they came out with the Osmo Pocket 1, which was the smaller version of that. And then they came out with a Pocket 2, which I purchased a few years ago. And now they finally came out with the Pocket 3. And this, folks, is definitely a game changer. I think with the 1-inch sensor, the ability to record in a really good quality log, the fact that they got the DJI Mic 2 transmitter, which I'm actually talking on right now. I do have it plugged into a lavalier mic. And that is 32-bit float, which in layman's term, you basically are gonna get super crispy audio. Nothing's gonna, if it's too soft or it's too loud, supposedly it's just not going to, you're not gonna ruin your audio. That's the best I can describe it, which is crazy. That was one of the things with audio that's always the biggest challenge, because, you know, I hear so many people say how audio is half of your video. I mean, half of your production. If you don't have good audio, people are just going to click off your video post. So I think it's pretty cool that you have such an amazing mic. And from what I understand, this is like one of the first where they have now incorporated, without an additional like transmitter, without like the last iteration Pocket 2 that you had to plug in another Bluetooth and Wi-Fi module. Here it's actually built into the camera, and people were saying like this is like one of the first. And a lot of people were just saying that most people aren't even paying attention to the fact that you've got this built-in receiver that can do 32-bit float, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm really loving the form factor. I love the 2-inch screen versus the Pocket 2, which I owned, and it makes a huge difference. What else? I think something like this, with the quality that it provides, it just really inspires someone like myself who's been kind of lackadaisical about posting on YouTube. And right now, the previous setup that I had to this Pocket 3 is a Sony ZV-E10. I have 3 different prime lenses. I have a DJI Ronin 3 Mini. Even though it's a mini gimbal for the Ronin 3, that thing is a beast compared to what I'm currently holding now with the Pocket 3. And while you have great abilities with that setup, it's just, you can't beat the small form factor of the Pocket 3. It's just so much lighter. When I did my last vlog post, I think it was in March, I was carrying this huge tripod. I had the gimbal, I had the Sony ZV-E10, I carried it all the way over to the Han River in Seoul, and the thing was huge. And now I've got this super small Pocket 3, which is just like mind blown. I just can't believe how simple and light it is. Oh, here's my Sony ZV-E10 right here. But yeah, I don't even have I have the screen auto time to turn off after a minute, because I know that it's just going to keep me in frame and in focus, which is, again, when I was using the Ronin with the Sony ZV-E10, you're constantly having to fiddle around with the joystick just to make sure that you're in frame, all the while trying to hold it as sturdy as possible and not run into people. And this is just This is pretty much astounding when you take all the benefits. And I've heard people, you know, dog the Pocket 3, but I mean, they're nitpicking. Obviously, I'm not sponsored. I'm a small YouTube channel. But of course, you know, I just can't believe like where technology has gone. Back in the 1980s, my family purchased a Sony Handycam, and this thing was a tape. It was like one of the first small form factor video cameras. Of course, there were the big VHS video cameras that you had to literally put on your shoulder, and it was just gargantuan. And then when we got this Sony Handycam, it was pretty amazing. But I've always enjoyed being able to, for posterity's sake, record just life and look back at it and reminisce and be reminded of things that have transpired, because I don't know about you, but man, my memories are fleeting, and I think it's pretty important to record as much as possible, because it just makes me appreciate when I look back at life, things that I've been able to do and the things that I've been able to be blessed with, etc. Yeah, I mean, I remember getting the the GoPro Hero 5, and this was back in 2015, and just being amazed by the form factor of this just small little tiny contraption. The only issue, I got this like selfie stick, but the only issue with that is, oh my goodness, this was before GoPro had the like stabilization abilities. It was just so like jumpy and all over the place. It was just crazy. Okay, I'm walking, the sun is now behind me. I'm curious as to see later on how that is going to turn out, because I don't know, I don't know how well it's going to do. Let me kind of show you what I see here. Look at that. Wow, that is truly amazing. It's like probably the ultimate last week of just beautiful colors. This is a beautiful place. I think the last time I was here, I came in the springtime, but here you got the fall colors, and it is, man, it is pretty glorious, let me tell you. And then back to the star. I love the fact that when you have the correct setting to follow your face, you don't even have to do anything. It'll grab onto your face and keep you centered. Let me actually do this where, there. So now I put myself on the 1/3 side. I believe it's still working. And that way you can see more of what's to my left. And that, again, that's an amazing feature. Just being able to follow the rule of thirds and kind of just allow yourself and your audience to be able to look back and see more of what is surrounding you. And it is a honeymoon period with the DJI Pocket 3, Osmo Pocket 3, but man, I've been pretty complacent about wanting to post videos because of just the big contraptions that I had in the past, and just the arduous process of getting out all the equipment and going through all that process and not knowing if you're in focus and having to like garner all this attention. And this, my friends, is just like, I don't know, it's a game changer. Yeah, what else can I say? I have followed what people are doing. They're bringing down the sharpness, and I also brought down the the EV, it tends to, I believe, blow out and make everything a little too bright. So I brought it down to -1 on the EV. So hopefully that will help things from getting too blown out. Oh, another thing is I don't have an ND filter yet. I think most of us who own the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 don't have an ND filter because DJI products, all the accessories are completely sold out. So I don't even know if people were able to even order them. Maybe the early adopters got it right away. But I did, even though I live in South Korea, I did order the Freewell pack of ND filters. So I'm excited about getting those. I think they're gonna come maybe in a week and a half. So that's pretty exciting to be able to get the ND filters. That way I can follow the 180 rule and not have messed up shutter speed. But so I do have it in pro mode, but auto white balance and stuff. Anyways, oh, here we've got the family over here. We got my mother-in-law and my wife. They're walking around enjoying the beautiful colors.
Yeah.
I was just mentioning that I think the last time we were here was spring, a couple of years ago, so it's completely different.
Yeah, it is.
It's really nice. Enjoy, ladies. Yeah, anyways, that was, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the ND filter pack from Freewell. I'm excited about that. I'll be able to not go through, I guess, what they call the automated dumb mode. I don't know what they call it, but you'll just get better quality daytime videos. But I did do a little quick night walk in pro mode with the D-Log and with the log, and used DJI's, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I forgot. But, oh, DJI Lut, the Lut over the D-Log M. And it looks pretty good. I didn't do any color correction. I'm not gonna do any color correction here. I gotta do a little bit more research on color correcting. I honestly, I've just been a little lazy to learn how to color correct. It seems like a big barrier to entry to get there. And I mean, while I appreciate when people can really color correct and make things so crispy and beautiful, I'm not quite yet at that level. So, and quite frankly, I'm okay with a lot of what already comes out of the quality of the camera. Yeah, another thing when I think about this camera, the Sony ZV-E10, is that it is an 8-bit. It's 8-bit, which means I think that it's like 16 million colors. And then with a 10-bit, you think only an 8-bit to 10-bit camera isn't going to be that big of a difference, but it's gargantuan difference. I believe it's like 8-bit is 16 million colors and 10-bit is like over 1 billion. So that is just crazy. And it's amazing that a small camera like the Pocket 3 can record in 10-bit and have just the gimbal stabilization, the mechanical stabilization, which has always been like the crux of the issues with smartphones, with GoPros, even with the DJI Action. I actually own the DJI Action 2. And while I really like the form factor, it's got the digital, I don't know, it's digital stabilization. And that drives me crazy. Yeah, it's funny because when I owned the DJI Pocket 2, I loved it and I thought it was great. And I had owned it for like 9 months and I'm thinking, and then the Action 2 came out soon after and I'm like, oh, that's really intriguing. Let me sell the DJI Pocket 2, buy the Action 2, And then in 3 months from then the Pocket 3 will come out. And that was such folly because the Pocket 3 didn't come out for another 2 years. It was, let me just say, I really lamented having sold the Pocket 2. But I still own the Action 2. I'm thinking about selling it because, yeah, it's just not something that I feel like I really need anymore. So with this mechanical stabilization is just top notch, top notch. How do you guys feel about it? I mean, maybe you've had the privilege to be able to own it, to have it in your possession. I'd love to hear what some of your thoughts are on it. And for those of you who are kind of teeter-tottering on a device, I would say, hey, go for it, man. Oh, did it lose me? I would totally say go for it. That is the thoughts just off the cuff of the Pocket 3. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I wanted to mention that the way that I'm holding this is I've got, all right, so I'm using the tripod stand of the DJI, the DJI Ronin 3 Mini. So it's more robust stand than the one that came with the Pocket 3. And then I'm using the Insta360, what do you call it? The selfie sticks. I've got the large one and the small Insta360 because I do own a Insta360 RS 1-inch edition, kind of the robust one. But anyway, what's really cool about this, let me kind of show you. I don't even know if this is going to keep me in frame, but I can get it really high. So let me actually flip the screen here. So here is my normal view if I am holding it at my eyes view, but with both of the Insta360 selfie sticks, I can basically do almost a drone shot. I mean, that's crazy. So you can really get some good, like, what do they call it? Like a jib shot where you're coming down and then coming up, going through the trees. Look at this red tree, and then you got the yellow. You can get really high up there. It's pretty crazy. But it's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet setup. I don't have to use both of the Insta360 sticks, but if you want to get that that drone type of look, it's advantageous to see if it's gonna focus on me there. Okay, focused on me. And then let me move it over to the rule of 1/3. There we go. Yeah, it's a nice little setup that I've got going on. With the creator combo, I also have the extended battery, which is great. So that gives you the confidence of not having like battery anxiety. But on top of that, what's crazy, because you don't have to plug in a receiver to the USB-C port, is that you can just carry like a battery pack in your backpack or in your pocket, get a nice little cord, and you can basically film unlimited as long as you have enough in your SD card, micro SD card. But yeah, so that frees up that USB-C port that the last one took up that USB-C port on the DJI Mic with the receiver and the 2 transmitters, which I currently have too. More than likely, once this DJI Mic Transmitter 2 comes with the ability to buy the second transmitter, and then maybe they'll come out with like a charging case, etc. I'm definitely going to jump on that and then sell my original DJI Mic. Love it. It's great, but I love the 32-bit float. That's definitely, like, I think a hidden huge bonus that people I don't think completely grasp in terms of the ability to get just amazing audio. And of course, you don't have to be stuck just using the DJI mic with the DJI Mic 2. I mean, DJI camera with the Pocket 3. You can actually use it with any other camera and then just sync it in post, which is amazing. So, although at this point, I don't know if I want to use the Sony ZV-E10 for videos unless I'm doing like a static shot, like a studio shot, or I want to do a talking head static shot. I want to get some nice bokeh. Yeah, sure, I might set up the Sony ZV-E10. Oh, we don't want that copyright music issue. But yeah, so I think there'll always be a place for the camera. Plus you get really amazing pictures. Although I haven't really completely tested out the pictures on the Pocket 3, but the picture quality, camera quality. But with raw ability, I think it's not gonna turn out too bad. So I'll have to try that when I can. But hey, I appreciate you guys listening to the ramblings of an old man. But I hope that you guys will be able to get a Pocket 3. You maybe clicked on this for that reason. I can tell you that you'll more than likely not regret it. It will not be a purchase that you regret. It's just something that if you have kids, you can record and have all the memories. If you go on vacations, you just want to have a small like item that's easily not noticeable. If you're kind of like just a little embarrassed in carrying out a camera in public and speaking, you don't have to technically worry so much because it's such a small, pocketable little device. But yeah, definitely I give it a 2 thumbs up. Grab it if you can, man. It's great. After the end of doing this, I'm gonna throw out a few other clips that I'm gonna do. So stick around. I'll show you some more of this area, of this beautiful garden. It's east of Seoul. It's like an hour-and-a-half drive from Seoul to get over here. But man, if you're in Seoul and you have the ability to get over here to the garden, definitely come out and check it out. So I'll see you from here. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future videos. I'm gonna head out now, but I will stick around for some additional footage, and I will see y'all later.